Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Wizard Room, Episode 5. This is a show where we talk about virtual pinball, releases, high-scoring strategies, and go over some high-level gameplay. Today, joining me, let's bring up the panel. We got, on the top right corner of your screen, we have got Chalatalove running away with the subscribers. Good to see you, buddy. How you doing tonight?
Good to see you, brother. Thank you for having me here today, bro.
On the bottom right corner of your screen, my partner in crime, Scoaljo. Glad you can make it. Hope you're excited to talk about some wizard modes.
Oh, heck yeah. I'm glad I could be here. I'm glad to show off the Junkyard Wizard mode. Thanks for doing another stream, TomatoGrass.
Absolutely. And then last but certainly not least, in the bottom left corner of your screen, we have RetroTechX. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to his channel, go over. He started a new streaming show called Pinball Post, where he's going to talk about all things pinball. It's a great format. Glad you're doing it, and glad you could be here, RetroTech.
Thanks for having me, man. Looking forward to it.
Of course. So, as I said today, guys, we're going to be talking about wizard modes. Okay? So, before we go around the panel, let's just see if I can get this without lagging. Okay, so wizard modes, guys. What's a wizard mode in a pinball game? Okay, you all know, you all heard about pinball wizardry, and but what is a wizard mode? Well, I liken it to if you ever when you play a video game, you get like the final boss, right? You've got the whole game leading up to, maybe you're doing a little thing here, a little mission there, but then you're trying to beat the game is to beat the final boss. Wizard modes are like the final bosses of pinball. Okay, now not every game has this. Okay, this is a feature on some games. Okay, a lot of games that are very mission based, very goal based. Whereas some games like you got like a game like Black Hole or Victory, you're kind of doing one thing and then it's got its own thing, right? But a lot of games do have wizard modes. And like I said, before I go around the panel, in my opinion, I think that there's 3 real types of wizard modes. Okay, I narrow it down to 3. There's a whole plethora, but I narrow it down to really there's 3 types. Okay, you got your standard multi-ball wizard mode, right? Which is, you're going to get a multi-ball. There could be 2 balls, there could be 7 balls on the table. All right, and stuff's going to be lit, and you're trying to hit a bunch of different stuff, and you're going to get points doing that, and you're basically going to get awarded as much as stuff as you hit. Okay. Another type of wizard mode is a single ball wizard mode, where you're going to have one. You're going to keep the 1 ball, but now a certain thing is going to be lit over here. You got to hit that, and you're going through like a mission, and you got to go through all those things. And if you complete all of those things, then you get the big bonus. That's the single ball wizard mode. And then a third one that I really consider is kind of like a mix. There's some games where there's a mix of them, where you'll start off in like a single ball wizard mode, and you got to complete some stuff. And then once you do that, then you get like a multi-ball, right? And then after you get 1 big bonus, you start hitting a whole bunch of other stuff, and you will get the bonus from there. So let's start over with Chalatalove. Chalatalove, Do you kind of agree with that assessment of wizard modes? And what do you like the most in a wizard mode? Do you like multi balls, or do you kind of like grinding out like one target at a time?
Man, well, I really like. I agree with your assessment on the wizard modes. Those three pretty much just it nails them for the different tables that we play. As for the type that I like, I'm a big fan of multi-ball. So if it's got a multi-ball wizard mode in it, I'm all over it. So that's my preference.
Gotcha. What about you, Scoaljo? Do you like because I know as far as me, like when I'm playing some of these wizard modes, like it is kind of cool and chaotic to get like a multi-ball right away. But I also kind of like, that the thinking of it as like a final boss. Like I feel like the payoff is a lot better when you have a specific thing that you have to do at the end of the game, as opposed to you finish the game, you're just gonna here's your multi-ball, here's your rewards. Not saying that I don't like that. What about you? What do you think?
I don't mind if it is a single ball multi-ball, a 3, 4, 5, 13 ball multi-ball if you're playing Apollo 13. But when we're going into a wizard mode, I would like it to have a meaningful climax to the game. I want there to be a final boss. I want there to be a final mode that kind of wraps everything up. I love it to be challenging, but not overly challenging that you're not going to finish it every time. And definitely if there's a good satisfying reward at the end of it, that's what I'm looking for.
Right. That's one thing that I feel like these single ball wizard modes really excel at is the payoff. Like just like the satisfaction of like a game like Chucky, for instance, right? That's not the wizard mode's not a multi-ball. You're just doing one ball. But when you actually get through that whole thing, that is super satisfying. Whereas a game like Back to the Future, right? Definitely satisfying to get 7 balls flying around, and it's satisfying to get a super high score, but it's kind of like, I got there, and that's the wizard mode. It's not like I don't have to do anything in particular. I mean, there are some things that you can do to get a super high score in that wizard mode, but for the most part, it's not about doing this, that, and then you get the award. It's like, what are you going to get during that time? Now, you, RetroTech, I know that you are more of a proponent of completing games. Like I wouldn't say you're so much of a completionist, but you seem to have a really big appreciation for what a game has to offer as far as missions and a story. What do you think when you are playing games, is the wizard mode really like your goal for the game, or because I know like one thing about me and like Ben, when we play a table, a lot of times the story and the goals are secondary. We're just looking for the score. How much do you really appreciate when a game can really offer a good story?
Yeah, I've had to change my thinking a lot in that, because I generally like to go for the modes. I really do, and finding out that there's not really a whole lot of points in modes a lot of times. So I do appreciate when the modes progress to a wizard mode. I do generally like the shooter type of wizard modes where it's a single ball. The one that I happen to like the best just happens to be one where you're plunging left and right and hitting a whole bunch of multi-balls. But just the variety of everything really is what makes it fantastic. But going through the modes really makes the appreciation of getting there so much more. And when it's different than anything else in the game itself, it makes it that much better. So.
Right. Yeah, I think that, there's some games that do it really well where, it tells a story. Like that's one thing that I do like about the Back to the Future wizard mode is that, it is a really great climax to that game. And that is a testament to how well designed, not the layout of the table, but just like the goals. Like if you can design a table that revolves around a story or the missions, and the very climax of the story is the wizard mode, that, in my opinion, is a very well-designed game. Now, that's not to say that there's not some games that are great that don't do that. And I think one thing that we can kind of harken back to is all the different developers of these games. Okay, so you've got your Gottlieb tables, you've got your Magic Pixel tables, and you've got your Zen. Now, Gottlieb is kind of there's a little bit that have a wizard mode, and then there's some games that just don't have it at all. Like, so a game that has wizard modes, like, you know, you've got like your Rescue 911. Pretty sure Gladiators has like that Slay the Beast mode at the end. But then you got games like Black Hole or Victory that, you know, are still great games, but they don't have a wizard mode at all. But then you have games by like Magic Pixel, this is where I think that this is their weakest link as far as their design on their games. They design almost all of their games. Every game has modes, stuff to do, but there's like no payoff. Like, and the only time that there really is a payoff is like, okay, you get an extra ball if you complete them all. And I think there's been a couple here or there that kind of have sort of like a wizard mode kind of thing, but for the most part, it's usually just go through the modes, and you know you get a bonus, and then you get an extra ball, and that's kind of made some of those games real grind fest because it's not about trying to get many wizard modes, just going through all the missions. And then I think Zen is probably the strongest. You know, they make some games, you know, like Chucky, The Thing, even Sorcerer's Lair. You know, like they're making games where, you know, it's very important to go through the missions, and that's where you're going to get your payoff. Let's go over to you, Chalatalove. Do you feel like when it comes to maybe some of these Gottlieb games, or maybe so much Magic Pixel, we're not going to rag on them, but can you kind of agree that, like, I think that's a reason why these games are getting kind of stale in my eyes, is because there's no real payoff at the end. It's kind of just like, what's your high score going to be?
No, and that's one of the engaging things about those tables that do have that. Is they're real engaging. They make you want to keep playing and keep pushing to keep that ball alive, to get to that next part. And when it comes to Magic Pixels, you get to the end, you get to the last one, and you just start all over. So, there's no climax. There's no, wow, I did something really, really cool. There's no sense of accomplishment there. It's just start all over and do it again.
Right. And one thing that I do want to mention, and I'll talk to you about this, RetroTech. When it comes to Magic Pixel games and any games in general, but it seems that this is the thing that Magic Pixel does a lot. And I know we discussed this. I think we talked about this last night a little bit. They seem to have like tangents in their games that can be worth way more than doing anything else. Like, say, for instance, getting combos, right? Now, I'm not saying that the combos should be worthless or multi-ball should be worthless, but it seems like every one of these Magic Pixel games has something that is just like, well, I'm not going to do anything else in the game if I'm going to try to get a score, because I'm just not only am I wasting my time, it's dangerous to be going for some of this other stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, I know, for instance, I think what was it, like Shooting the Rapids Deluxe? It's like, if you're not going for combos in that game, then what are you doing? Like, you're just really putting yourself at risk. Do you notice that about some games? And does that kind of ruin a game for you, RetroTech, or is that kind of just like, well, I guess that's just what that game is?
Absolutely. For example, Insect World is that way. It's combo. Shooting the Rapids Deluxe, you mentioned that one. And it's just, they kind of do it again and again and again. It's their modes are very basic. It's rollovers 5 times, ramps 5 times. It's not even hit this ramp, then this capture hole. They're very rudimentary in their rule sets, and it just becomes terrible. It's more about an exploit on an upper playfield. They tend to do a lot of extra playfields or extra flippers as kind of a gimmick. And I just wish that they would do a little more thought into a cohesive story or some obtainable goal, I guess. You're right. It's always about that. Dinosaur Dynasty, you got the upper playfield. And if it's this one, it's combos on this. And it's just, it loses its flair pretty quick.
Gotcha. And then one last question before we get into what we're actually going to play here tonight. We'll go over to you, Scoaljo. And this might be putting you on the spot a little bit, but I just know that when I've played a lot of these games, and you got to know that I haven't played a lot of pinball before I did this, so I was very exposed to all these games within the last year. And I know that, like, the very few times that I've been like wowed in a game is the wizard mode. Is like, you get, like, I know, like, definitely when you first load up a game, if it looks really cool, then that's cool. But the times that I've really been like blown away is like getting to the end of a game. Is there any one game in your mind that comes to mind if you hear me say that, or if not, what is your favorite wizard mode? Like, what one do you think probably is the most satisfying to you?
The most satisfying, I gotta say, Chucky is a lot of fun. Just because cutting Chucky up is probably just the best feeling wizard mode, even though it's just a single ball. But I like Totan a lot, which I know RetroTech is doing tonight. I like the uniqueness of it. I like that it's similar to FIFA as well. FIFA has that also very cool wizard mode that's kind of the same. So yeah, those are definitely my favorites. I'm definitely going to be highlighting Junkyard tonight. It is one of my big favorites. I like progressing through the modes. It has everything we've been talking about. It has that final boss. It has points you can gather throughout the game to give you extra points in the wizard mode. Just a great game. I think it encompasses everything that we've been talking about.
Yeah, absolutely, and you make a good point there. Yeah, like when I break down the wizard modes in those three categories, I think that covers the majority. But definitely, there's some wizard modes that have have their own kind of thing going. And I know that you said Totan and what's it? Yeah, World Cup
FIFA.
Soccer. Yeah. They have that cool mechanic where you're constantly trying to plunge balls. So that's cool too. But so what I want to go into here is what we're gonna do as far as gameplay tonight is we all of us, maybe not me because I'm having a little problem with my camera, but all of us, okay, have picked the game that we want to either we've already teed it up and we're ready to go, or we're going to be trying to get the wizard mode, okay? Now, for me, okay, what I would have played if I could have played it, I actually have it teed up over here. I cheated it, right? I have it teed up, but I don't think I can get. I'm not going to get to play it. It's Sorcerer's Lair, and one of the reasons why I wanted to do that table was because, first of all, it's in Flipper Friends this week, so people want to know how to play that. But honestly, now that I've played that game again this week, and you guys can agree or disagree, but definitely go try it, is I think that wizard mode is kind of like what a wizard mode should be is all about, right? It's got a little bit of everything. It's got the one thing that it has that we have not mentioned that some games do. And I'm sure I'm thinking a lot of probably more modern games have this. I haven't really gotten a chance to try it, but I know that some of these games that have complicated DMDs and you're going on a quest and you're gathering stuff is getting awards that mean something in the wizard mode. Okay, that is a thing. If you've ever played Star Trek: The Next Generation, you're gathering artifacts. Okay, and you gather artifacts by completing the missions. Okay. And then when you get to the wizard mode, your rewards that you're getting are based on how many artifacts you got. Well, one of the reasons why I like Sorcerer's Lair is because you're doing the same kind of thing. Instead of getting artifacts, you're getting obsidian, which you can do by completing modes, getting a jackpot in the multi-ball, it can be an award, but you're trying to get that, right? And then when you get the wizard mode, that's what's going to increase the value of your reward that you get. And the more that if you get back to the wizard mode, that stuff doesn't reset. It makes it logarithmic how many points you can get in the wizard mode. The first one, you're going to get what you get, but the second one, you're definitely, if you can complete it again, you're definitely going to get more because you will have more awards leading up to that point. So I really wanted to show that off, but like I said, I'm probably not going to get to play it. But guys, I would say it's probably one of my favorite payoffs as far as a wizard mode, because you might be looking at some of these scores man, 400, 500, 600 million. How in the world am I going to do that? Well, you actually only need to get a couple wizard modes. You got to make sure you're completing the missions in the meantime, but you don't have to get to the wizard mode 10 times. You only got to get there a couple times. All right, so let's go over to Chalatalove. Chalatalove, what table did you decide that you wanted to play tonight and highlight?
I picked Twilight Zone. And I love the layout of this table. It's a shooter's table, and it rewards you for being consistent, and it will punish you for not being consistent. So that's the one I picked. It's a multi-ball wizard mode, so I really dig that, and it's always been one of my favorites to play in the wild as well.
That game, yeah, in the wild, even in this digital recreation, is still pretty good. It captures the chaos of that multi. That is probably one of the most chaotic situations you can find yourself in on a pinball machine, when you've got ceramic balls and metallic balls flying over here, playfield over here, magnets going, it's crazy. but it's awesome. And it like that was that when I was talking to Scoaljo, that was the first game in real life that I was like, whoa, like because I've only gotten through the door in real life like a handful of times. Now when I'm playing on digital, I'm trying to do it a handful of times in a game. Okay. Yeah. But in real life, you know, it's very rare, and there's a lot of reasons why that's the case. But that was one of the reasons. That was one of the things I was just like, whoa, man, like, that is a crazy, crazy game. How about you, RetroTech?
So I chose Tales of Arabian Nights, also known as Totan. It is one that I've loved forever, since the days of the PSP, Pinball Arcade. But I only recently beat the Wizard mode for the first time, and it was the culmination of just playing this game and loving it for so long. And to do it on air with everybody rooting for me for the first time was absolutely fantastic. So it is one where it's a complete multi-ball tug of war, if you will. You have to knock out the skeletons first, so I got to do that. And then you're just plunging, trying to keep all 4 of those balls on the table. You want to hit the orbits, and you want to hit the genie just as many times as you can, as quickly as you can, to kind of pull that bottle towards you. You'll see it on the DMD, and you'll also see it digitally on the playfield as well. The bottle kind of floating back and forth. And the best part about it is if you win or you lose, either way, the flippers completely die, and you get this moment of either utter disgust or you're cheering for yourself, because it's just amazing.
Gotcha. One of the cool things about that Wizard mode too that you'll see if RetroTech gets in there is it's just like that FIFA World Cup soccer game where you have to keep plunging the balls. Now, RetroTech, I want to ask you, when you do that, are you using the plunge? And that's the one thing that's different about digital versus real. Like in real life, man, you're sitting there like your arm's gonna get tired because you're going like this. You're constantly having to plunge the ball. But in real life, like in digital, I'm just pushing I'm actually pushing the button. Some people do the start button. What are you doing?
I'm using the plunger. That's just the fastest. I just straight up reach over and pull, and it's just
it is the most reliable. And that's the thing, is because when you use that down button on the D-pad, you actually have to
full plunge every time.
Yeah, you actually have to hold it down if you were doing the button.
Yep.
I think start button actually does do it, but then I know when I did World Cup soccer that I actually would like kind of like reposition myself to have my one hand on the start button while I'm doing the flip. Like I don't.
It's just so far away from my flipper hand that's like
you got to contort it. You got to contort your body if you want to do that. but that's a fun one, and that's a cool mechanic. I love it when a game can bring in a cool mechanic. And so we did Chalatalove, we did Retro. Scoaljo, I know you said you were talking about Junkyard, but is there anything else you want to say about that game?
I just don't think it gets a lot of love. I think it got overshadowed by Medieval Madness and Getaway. But it's a table I really enjoy, so I wanted to show it off, and it's got a cool Wizard mode. It's a 4-ball multi-ball for the Wizard mode, and there's 5-time shots. It's pretty simple, but it's also fairly difficult, and you could miss out on it. And again, it has the fireworks that you collect throughout the game to give you bonuses in the Wizard mode, so that's always fun.
Yeah, I'll actually be interested to see, because whether or not you've paid attention, I don't even have a score on that game because I just haven't learned how to play it. But I'm interested to see, because I mean, I know that the couple times that I did play it, I had no idea what I was doing, and I was like, well, I just forget it. But I would like to see what that game has, as far as the payoff. Very last thing before we get into gameplay, guys. One thing that you would tell somebody, you know, let's just call a spade, right? A lot of people playing these games might not ever get to a Wizard mode. Okay, that's just a fact. Okay, but what is something you would tell somebody, even if they were like brand new to pinball, that that might be a super lofty goal? Like what kind of attitude to have as far as Wizard modes and missions? Should they really make that a goal, or should they maybe worry about something else that that they might have a little more success with? What do you think, RetroTech?
Well, for me, it's all about shooters. Learn to shoot. I did a whole video on it, actually. A shameless plug, if you will. Get yourself a fan layout and just practice every single shot in that fan. It becomes second nature, and you can apply that same percentage of flipper to every game that you play. and it will become the basis, the foundation for everything you do. Between that and a little bit of nudge here and there, dead flipping was the thing that changed my game forever. Those are the things you got to have, the foundation for every game.
Gotcha. What about you, Chalatalove? What would you say to somebody who wanted to, who might not get to a wizard mode, but to not discourage them?
I would say one of the key things that I really try to incorporate in my gameplay is patience. You got to have a lot of patience. You can't rush these games because they'll bite you in the butt, man. They'll bite you, and it'll make it a lot difficult to learn and get to these wizard modes. So patience is a virtue.
Gotcha. And then over to Scoaljo. Do you have anything to add?
Yeah, just kind of building on what those guys said. I think even if you have 6 balls going in your multi-ball, I think quality over quantity is better for your shots. I think if you can line up a good shot and get those big points, that's more important than just banking balls off of everything.
Gotcha. One thing that I'll say here, and I'll end it on my piece of advice, right? Listen, don't think that you're going to play Attack from Mars in the first couple times you're going to get to the wizard mode. Okay? And you're putting way too much pressure on yourself, and when you get there, you're probably going to fold. What I would say, dude, start with a game like My Little Pony. Okay? You probably will get there. You will get to the wizard mode. And if you can play a game like that, where the wizard mode is way more attainable and it's not so high pressure, you can get used to being in that kind of a situation, right? I liken it to some people, like I'm a big into playing golf, right? A lot of people say one of the best things to do when you play golf is don't tee it up from the tips, the longest tees. Go up to the junior tees. Go up to the red tees. And get used to being in the situation that, you know, you're going to be actually getting some birdies now. You're going to be getting pars. You never get if you're playing the whole 700 yards. Go play some My Little Pony, guys. And believe it or not, you're going to actually enjoy that game, okay? And there's a bunch of games. And I would be interested to see, like, somebody ought to make a list of, like, you know, these are the easiest wizard modes to get through. Because I think that would be really valuable for somebody who, you know, they might really love Attack from Mars, but they're like, well, they just get super discouraged because they're not going to get there. You will, if you keep trying, you will. But I would say, try a game where you know that you can get there. And if My Little Pony is really hard for you to get to that wizard mode, practice that a little bit. All right, but get yourself used to that situation. That's what I would say. And then, like what RetroTech said, you know, the basic skills are the basic shot shooting is the foundation of any game that you're going to play. So you're going to need to be able to do that. But anyways, guys, I think this is a really good discussion. So again, all about wizard modes. Chalatalove will be playing Twilight Zone. RetroTech will be playing Totan, and Scoaljo will be playing the Junkyard. What we're going to do is I have a little 8-minute video of a little bit of a compilation of me and a couple other streamers getting into wizard modes of tables that we aren't going to be playing tonight, so it's not going to spoil anybody's big surprise on here. But some of my favorite wizard modes that we are not going to be covering tonight, and you guys will get to see what those look like. So after we get through that, then you'll get to see these guys play a little bit live, so don't you go nowhere.
Player 1, welcome to the grand finale. Hurry up!
50 million! 50 million! 50 million! 50 million! 50 million! 50 million!
Unbelievable!
That is unbelievable right there.
50 million! 50 million! 50 million!
More shots.
You are amazing.
I knew you could do it!
Get up there. Yeah, it's not super life force. Ah, damn it. I should have hit that. Looks like it is, though. That one. I don't know what that was. It's that one. I just got to get this rescue over here, which is, in my opinion, one of the hardest ones to get for me. 8 seconds. Come on. Got it. Yes. I got it. I got it. I got it.
If you drain, you lose. There's a ball save in the very beginning, and that's it. Like, that's my only ball save. I mean, it might last for a little bit. It does not last very long. That's terrible. Oh, I'm not going to hit the shot. I'm not going to hit the first shot. First shot is just hitting Chucky. Okay. Slides his arm off. Oh, are you kidding me? I saved there. I got to slice his leg off. Slice his other leg off. And then I hit him and it's over, guys. Oh. That's it. That's the completion. Now you got victory laps. Go for the left lane. Look at how much that's given me.
But dying is such a bitch.
Miss, you hope you hit that, right?
Oh, God.
Like, you haven't misses, but they're good misses. Oh, I drained.
Gotta bring this whole place down until we got Bullshit. Yeah. You too. Yeah. You too. Yeah. You too. You better make the most out of this.
Hit the center.
Jackpot playing too late.
I really need a drink.
You better make the most out of this. That was too close. You better make the most out of this. Get your ass back out there. We better make the most out of this.
I needed this.
There you go. If you haven't liked the video yet, now would be the time.
You got lucky there. Focus. We better make the most out of this.
I couldn't. Oh, gee, what was that all about, game? They literally put it right down the middle for me. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that little compilation of some great wizard modes. I know that Chucky up there is one of the best. So that's what I honestly think it's one of the most satisfying, man. You go through that whole game, and you got to hit all those shots. Nothing too hard, but you got to hit all the shots, and you're destroying Chucky. So that's one of my favorites. So here we go. We got the three games that they're playing. You can see Scoaljo on the left there playing Junkyard. Chalatalove in the middle here playing Twilight Zone, looking to get through the door, and I believe RetroTech over on the right-hand side has the Totan Wizard mode teed up and ready to go. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pan it over to Chalatalove, but whenever RetroTech, whenever you're ready, I will pan it over to you. But so we're not having any dead air. Let's go over to Chalatalove. And look at that. RetroTech already ready. Now he's sitting there listening to me say it, so he'll be ready to go here in a second.
All right, so he's in mode. Okay, here we go. All right. Thank you. Here we go.
Let me out of here! Shoot the golden symbol!
Here we go. Now, first thing he has to do in this wizard mode is destroy the skeletons.
All right, now we got to fight the skeletons. And then we're fighting the genie.
I also believe, I think this game, if you drain in the skeletons mode, you still stay in it. So I think he's pretty much guaranteed to get to the tug of war. I might be wrong though. It's been a minute.
Big blue bully. Come on. All right, here we go. Now we start to save the genie. Unlimited plunge.
So yeah, the key is you want to make sure you get 4 balls on the table at any one time. Pretty much any ramp you hit is going to get you, is going to be a target hit. Yes, Nick, you are absolutely right. It uses the same principle as that World Cup Soccer where you got to plunge the balls. Whereas in World Cup Soccer, you're just going for the goal. In Shotan, you are trying to just hit the ramps. Any ramp.
Keep them going. That helped.
But this can't. Whereas, you know, World Cup Soccer is.
It's an effort. The tug of war is real, man.
Whereas World Cup Soccer is completely time limited. It goes for as long as what is it, like a minute? This is unlimited. Either you win or the genie wins. It can take as long as it's going to take. You can get really tired.
Getting close, but then he gets, you know, if you don't keep hitting him,
you can see the overall progress. If you look over at his DMD, if you look at the top part of the screen, that's where
I
you
make
can see
headway
that.
and then I lose the ball.
You can see that bottle.
Off you go again.
If it gets all the way to the right, you win. If it gets all the way to the left, you lose.
Too many
You can
balls
see
off
it's
the
very
table.
close to the right.
Let's go. Gotta have all of them. Gotta have all of them, or he'll overtake you. Yes!
So he wins.
You're my hero.
See, and then you get like a good minute here where it kind of just lets you kind of just like says, hey, you win, you know, and which is very welcome because it will give you a breather because you've just been kicking butt for the last 2 minutes nonstop. So that's very welcome, and then you just get right back into the game. But as we had mentioned earlier, you know, sometimes going for the wizard mode is not the way that's going to get you all the points, right? And in this game in particular, that harem multi-ball, you want to get that 40 times in a game, and that's what's going to get you the points because you're going to build up You're going to build up the, which is funny, he just got it right here. You're going to build up the harem bonus whenever you hit the bumpers, and then you're going to get those jackpots every time you get the multi-ball. But the wizard mode is fun. You know what I mean? The wizard mode is fun in that game. Definitely an endurance match, like Nick said, but very satisfying once you do it. I just wish the payoff was a little more. It's definitely worth a lot more in real life, you know, because in real life you're not going to sit there and hit the orbits 50 times in a row and get the bumpers and get the multi-balls. Like in real life, you know, things are a lot less predictable as far as hitting an orbit, so you're not just going to be able to do the same thing over and over again. Whereas a wizard mode in real life would be very, very good to get. So let's go over to Chalatalove. And he is
back to me.
Close. He is one door panel away from getting the wizard mode of Twilight Zone.
Go.
Twilight Zone, you got to fill out all those door panels
Go.
on the outside there. I think there's
Gotta
7
hit that
of them.
one more time, guys. One more time. We'll start the wizard
If he
mode.
hits that, he starts the wizard.
We've got the door ready to go. Here we go. Let's do this, baby.
You have come to the end of your journey. Survival is everything.
There we go. We got one in there. Come on, get up there. There we go. Got it in there. All right, let's try to do that again. Ah, come on, ball. I'm not getting any shots here. That's it. So that is the wizard mode, guys. That's how you do it on Twilight Zone. Just gonna refill my bubblegum machine and do it again. We'll rinse and repeat. Oh, and it starts with the Powerball. How about them apples?
Here, we're watching do the power
All right.
ball, and then we will,
Gotta love that.
Scoaljo.
Start this Powerball multi-ball. Another multi-ball, back to back. See if I can do the same. It's basically the. I just lost them all. Look at that. Oh, that was a bad shot. There we go. Beautiful. That's what you want to do right there.
How's it going, Dennis? Good. Glad you can make it.
Love these sounds. So great.
So what he's trying to do here is he's trying to get it
Let
up
that
to
ball go.
right ramp, so it goes in that second place. I thought he was still. Was he not? He's still, I'm not sure. Oh, he's got to hit the. You got to hit the left ramp. He has to hit the left ramp to restart.
Oh, it kicked the ball out. That sucks.
But there, you
Alright,
guys saw
let's
the
get
wizard
started
mode,
back
and then
on
you
it.
saw him do a little bit of Powerball Mania there. I'm gonna pop over to Scoaljo now. Scoaljo is playing Junkyard, which I feel like. Hold on, let me turn this volume down a little bit. I feel like it takes a lot more to get to the wizard mode, so he might not
Sneak
get
in.
to get it in this short amount of time that we got here. But Scoaljo, if you do hear me, Go ahead and just explain what you're doing, what you're trying to do to get to that wizard mode. Because we might not see you get it, but we want to know what you're doing. Like I said, I am no expert on this game, so
There's that magic bus.
I don't really know much
Basically our
about it other
mystery
than you're trying. You
award.
have to collect parts and build machines, and then you.
So now I've got the time machine lit over on the right-hand scoop. So the time machine mode is super cool by being... Come on, get up there. It'll play different modes from other tables. That magic bus. Hopefully we collect junk with it. It's not junk on there. Alright, we'll start a multi-ball. Alright, so our mystery started us a multi-ball.
Don't listen to her.
So multi-ball, we're just trying to hit the crane and that super jackpot behind the crane. Ah, we almost made it in there.
It is really nice that we've already got 2 out of the 3 multi-balls that we were looking to see
Pick up that
in the
extra
first
ball.
15 minutes of gameplay.
Oh, wow.
So
Let's try it again.
now
There
let's
you
just chill and watch some pinball.
Picked
Hope
up
you
that
guys are
extra
having a
ball,
good night.
and that should start our radar adventure. So we're going to try to find fireworks.
Fireworks collected. Rats.
So I have 2 of 5 collected. How much time do we have left? Let's see. Ah, get in there.
Serious firepower.
Yeah, again, that speaks a lot of
Nice.
love. Yeah, you guys
So we got
play
all
a
5
different game
fireworks.
if you want to, especially if you've already gotten the wizard. So feel free.
Alright, now we gotta save the girl from the dog.
Got him.
With our toast gun.
Yeah.
One more hit.
Shoot the dog. Yeah.
There we go. So that should get us another piece of junk.
Hurry, hurry, hurry.
Jalopy.
So our basic assembly, or our basic vehicle is assembled. So that unlocks our adventure for the Great Jalopy Race.
Hurry.
So now we will start that adventure.
The Great Jalopy Race.
Again, we're trying to collect fireworks on these modes.
Checkpoint 2.
Oh, nice. We got 3 fireworks from the... Oh,
Fireworks collected.
slow down.
Checkpoint 3.
Catch it. How much time do we have left?
Those are dangerous.
8
I'm
seconds.
gonna go get myself a drink, and we'll keep it at Scoaljo here. You can see
You can let
Chalatalove
these modes time
started
out.
up towards the end. It'd be the Chalatalove
But
or
in order to
RetroTech
get
into a wizard mode here.
The extra
Make sure we
points
highlight
in
that.
the end, I want to collect all the fireworks. So I hit this lane to choose some junk. And let's pull... Let's do the cuckoo clock. Time it, that lights our time machine. Come on. Oh, lost that ball. It's alright. We're doing okay, I think. So the more pieces of junk you collect, they stack your bonus and it holds throughout the game. Let's collect some junk. Sweet, we got some junk collected. So now air tactical combat is lit. We will start that one. So I believe in this mode, we just try to hit the crane. Gotta hit it 5 times.
Hit it. You know what? We have 4 seconds left. We're just going to let it time out. 15 fireworks. So 20 fireworks gets you 10 million point bonus.
All right, I'm coming back.
Totally cool boat. Fall out.
Oh. Alright, we're going to start a time machine. Let's see what it gives us.
Looks like RetroTech is close to another.
Move your car!
Move your car. That is from
Move your
Creature
car.
from the Black Lagoon. If you guys didn't see that, 2 weeks ago we played the Universal Monsters pack, and that was one of the tables in that 2-pack, Creature from the Black Lagoon and Monster Bash.
Oh, and we lost it. Damn.
Yeah, Dennis, I feel that Sorcerer's Lair, which would have been my game tonight if I could have played, but I'm not going to be able to play. But I actually have it teed up, the wizard mode for that game, because I feel that wizard mode is one of the best as far as just like a total wizard. It's really well done.
Get up there.
No way.
Alright, so that collected all the junk. We are the junk champion. We have collected all 10 pieces of junk.
Come on, hurry.
Now what we have to do is we still have to do Great Toilet Adventures, which will start that adventure there, and then we should be able to hit our wizard mode.
Alright, so he's very close to the wizard mode. I'll keep an eye on that.
Like
You can also
extra
pop
ball
look over at
or a,
RetroTech as well.
multi-ball.
He is very close to
mean to do
another
that.
Toad wizard. He's literally starting it right now. We'll just pop over to him for a second just to hear this, just so we can catch it. But we do have to pop back over to Scoaljo here soon. Alright, so he just started the Great Toilet Adventure on Junkyard, so he's going to be going into the wizard mode here. So let's just pop over. Let's just pop back over to Scoaljo. It's only fair.
So I'm going to let this time out.
RetroTech, you had your time.
Alright, looks like
No,
we're
we will pop
starting
back over to him. But Scoaljo is about to get a wizard mode here, so let's make sure we catch him. And then we'll have gotten all 3. Put congratulations, Wizards, in the chat for all 3 players. Hopefully here in a minute.
Alright.
Getting through the wizard mode.
So we're about to start the outer space mode. Once I hit that scoot, we should start it. There we go.
This is awesome, isn't it?
Well, let's just hope I can beat Crazy Bob. How many fireworks did we get? 18 fireworks, so we didn't get the 10 million point bonus. 1.
Hurry.
2. Oh.
Nicely done. Hot shot. You're right. You only need 1 more.
It's like 1 more. Come on, 1 more hit.
Let's go. 4.
Come on, smash him. Well done. Hot shot. Come on, hurry. Smash him. 4.
2. 3. That's great.
Get up there.
1. Hurry.
more. Come on.
Oh wow, I can't believe you didn't tell me.
Hurry, hurry. 3, 2.
There we did. Beat it.
There you go.
Crazy Bob defeated.
Let's see it in the chat, guys.
So that gives us a 10 million.
Congratulations to all the
25
wizards.
million points right now.
Every one of them has naturally gotten
So that
through
resets it into our shooter lane.
a wizard
And
mode.
now,
I
since we
don't know if
have all of the
RetroTech
junk collected, all we have to do is
completed
start
that or
the adventures over again. So that is what we're going to try to do.
Come on. Hurry.
Yeah, congratulations to Scoaljo there. That was cool on the press. Let's go over to Chalatalove.
I can deal with that.
Seize the power. Hurry up.
What? RetroTech, unfortunately, that was just bad timing, man. You got the wizard mode right at the same time as Scoaljo.
Extra ball.
Extra ball. Hurl the fireball.
Ah. It giveth and it taketh away.
Shoot again.
Didn't work.
The tale of
The 40 Thieves.
Well, there you go, Dennis. You got to see it. You got to see it live on the Wizard Room. Scoaljo, the guy can play, man. That guy can play. Now, obviously, that game, you know, is that the
Get
fact
up
that
there,
the
man.
scores
I
are in the
swear,
100 million, so
it never goes up there the first time.
those of you in the chat, like Nick's, is that a game all about getting through that whole thing a bunch of times, or is there some sort of tangent that's working out?
Again. You screwed me again. There we go. Get up there. There we go.
of Baghdad. The tale of Sinbad and the Rocks.
Shoot the left passage.
All right, who is going to be the next person to get a wizard mode? Will it be Chalatalove? Will it be RetroTech? Or will it be Scoaljo? Put it in the chat, people. Somebody's getting another one.
Being elusive.
Take this piece of junk.
Of the Rocks.
Alright, guys, we got all the jewels.
I wasn't sure.
We got all the jewels. Now I think we gotta hit the genie.
I'm so pleased you've made it this
Alright.
far.
The tale of
Let me out of here.
Now the first
Shoot
part.
the
Well,
golden
I guess
symbol.
Chalatalove got there. There goes that one.
We gotta kill these damn skeletons.
I didn't realize he was that close.
There's one.
Hurry.
Oh, that sucked. This is not good. Oh, can you believe that? That's bullshit.
Dennis, we'll have to see if one of them wants to do Medieval Madness. No, we're not going to see Medieval Madness Wizard.
I think the good thing is
The fact, like,
we get to start back where we
I
were
don't
at.
even know if I've done that on
That was a
stream.
brutal
I think
drain. It
I've
never
gotten
goes
there
out on
once
that
on
side.
stream, but the only times I've
Yeah,
ever
we get to
beaten
keep
that
going.
Wizard mode was on my own.
Alright.
But it is a difficult one. It's a difficult one to get to, but it's even harder to you really have to perform it to complete it. Let's see what RetroTech wants to do.
I'm gonna get through this.
Guys, I wouldn't put it past him to load up some My Little Pony. Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it?
Of course, she's gonna go on that side. Come on, switch.
He's going that way. He's going that way, guys. Oh. Theater of Magic was really good. Okay. Nope. No, there's M's. There's M's. My Little Pony. Guys.
All right, here we go, guys.
I told you. I told you. I told you. It's a good one, honestly.
He called it. He called it.
So we'll make sure we keep an eye on RetroTech. We'll stay here for a minute. Getting the Wizard mode on this game is just all about, there's 5 modes, and the first time to get to the Wizard mode, all it takes is just hitting that ramp that starts the mode one time. You don't even have to complete it.
Ball. Ball 2 locked. Oh.
Now, RetroTech, you can't not get there if you're going to load up My Little Pony. So if you guys were keeping tabs on Chalatalove there, he did just complete that tug of war. So congratulations to Chalatalove, dude. He's gotten
we
he's played
flying through the
2
air?
games, 2 Wizard modes. Like nobody,
Yeah.
like no problem. He says Wizard mode, no problem. Good job, Chalatalove. Oh, he's got the villain now.
Oh.
See, but this is what I was suggesting to y'all. If you're playing some games and you're like, dude, I can't get to a Wizard mode, and you just don't even know what that feeling is like, fire this game up. You play this for an hour and you don't do what RetroTech just did. You don't do that. You'll get there. You get plenty of extra balls too. Let's scoot over to Scoaljo. He is in the outspace mode again. But we just got Wizard modes up in this house right here.
There we go. Second Wizard
Like
mode.
nobody's business.
2 Wizard modes.
I can't even keep up with all the Wizard modes. You get a Wizard mode. And you get a Wizard mode. RetroTech's got to be starting that up here soon.
All right, well, we're gonna try to hit that wizard mode again.
This is it right here. Another wizard mode.
No. There's one.
Yeah, in the My Little Pony wizard mode, it's 6 balls, and ramps are
Come on.
ramps are lit for jackpots, and that Tree of Harmony ramp that you almost hit right there,
Come on.
is lit for a super jackpot. And if you compare that with double scoring, which you do by completing the in lanes, you can really score a lot.
Oh,
And
too late.
Just is no way. But there's your My Little Pony.
The Great Toilet
All right,
Adventure.
great toilet adventures again. Furthest left and right lanes. Oh, we got the wizard mode, or the D&D mode, video mode, which I'm not always great at.
I know that I played the little time that I played this game. I struggled really hard with this game.
It gets so much
Feels like it
harder
shouldn't be
the
hard.
higher you go in there. Come on. There we go. So try to get those far left and right lanes.
Anybody got a light?
Toilet fireworks collected.
Fireworks.
Oh, that was all of them. And now.
Hurl the fireball back. Hurry up. Boys,
Here we go. Going for the multi-ball. This is a 2-ball multi-ball, so it makes it even harder to get it to go out this out lane for me to see about getting collecting. See, that's a hard one to be able to do that for.
banish the genie. Hurl the fireball back. Extra ball.
Ah. I think that was ball 3. I just lit extra ball. But we got through a wizard mode on Tales of Arabian Nights, so not bad night, guys. 2 wizard modes on 2 different tables. I'll take that all day long. Not the
Wizard mode again. Looks like it. So there's also a multi-ball on this table that's a 6-ball multi-ball. But that one uses like different colored balls, they're like blue. So that's how you can tell this is a wizard mode versus a multi-ball. Scoaljo's on outer space again.
Oh, jeez. Missed it.
You're all right. You only need one more.
And another wizard mode down. That's 3. 3 wizard modes.
I'd say that's pretty good.
Another 28 million on that one.
Nicely done.
Collected some fireworks.
Pop over to Chalatalove. Chalatalove is fired up. Adam.
Ah, we lost that ball. I should have just let it go down over there.
Not so much.
And he's already good. Get to the wizard mode on this one. Wizard mode's unique in the fact that it's just like Twilight Zone. I mean, they're both Waller tables. You have to collect all the rooms of the mansion. And when you do that, you light up all the lights in the middle. And the wizard mode, per se, on this game is touring the mansion, where it'll be all
We're going to try the Addams Family.
Modes.
I'm pretty sure this ain't going to happen, but
it'll go through.
We're going to try. Oh my goodness gracious, this ball.
End of ball bonus. I'm looking on Scoaljo's. That's what Nick's wanted me to look at. Very top left of your screen. $11, but I'm sure that could get way up if you had more multipliers.
Look, darling, just what we've been searching for.
Looks like Seance is next, and that is not the one that I really care to deal with. It's a pain in the butt. And here goes Seance.
All right, what's RetroTech going to do now? He's going to do, I don't know, I feel like maybe World Cup Soccer or something. Creature's a good one. Yeah, so we did play this one last week, but it does have a good wizard mode.
Come on, Seance. Turn the hell off.
How's it going, Pinball Wizard? Good to see you, buddy.
Yay.
Guys, don't forget to leave a like on this video, and don't forget to go to the description of this video. Everybody who's participating in the show, so Scoaljo, Chalatalove, and RetroTech, I have linked to their YouTubes. Make sure that you get all of them a subscription, especially Scoaljo, man. The guy is good, and I'm sure he's going to be streaming at some point here. And when he is, make sure that you're there. Give him a subscription. It takes no effort. RetroTech has just started a new show called Pinball Post, where he's going to be talking about all things pinball. I wonder if he's going to have guests on there at some point. That'd be fun. But check that show out too.
You got an extra ball. That's pretty cool. Not trying to get points, guys. Just trying to get to this wizard mode.
So if you guys didn't catch our last show, in order to get to the wizard mode on this, it's technically you got to collect all letters of film, which F is the kiss shot, I is the snack bar, L is all of the rollovers on the top, and M is the slide. And then you can do the multi-ball, where you have to save the girl, and then you get a super jackpot by hitting her backwards. That did not go well
Physics
for
changes, man.
RetroTech there, but You win some and lose some. Well, it's cool. RetroTech decided to play that game for one game and he's going to go somewhere else.
Five, four, three, two, one.
I have no idea, man.
0.
Looks like Chalatalove is very close to completing the tournament.
All right, we're going to get to
on the Adams Family.
What is this, our
Robert Brad's Gaming, good to see you.
Is
By
that
the way,
fourth
I'm
Wizard
pretty
Mode?
sure, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Adams Family is your game of the week this week, right? In your tournament, I believe.
I
So
only got
if you guys
18.
are
That's
watching
okay.
this, and you can watch Chalatalove, get a wizard mode on this. You can include it in Robert Brad's tournament. So he only needs to collect the that was a 9 million reward, and then he can go right for touring the mansion. He's got his extra ball lit, but this is a Pat Lawler table, so it's got that extra ball rule where it caps. But normally, if that's lit,
I hate it when that flipper does that.
I'm not sure if he's already gotten to, so maybe that's
Man,
why
I
he's not
can
worried
never
about it.
hit that shot from that
Good
freaking
shot
side.
there. That's what I thought. Good on
Yeah.
you, Pop. Yeah, that's fun. This is one of the best. I mean, obviously the game's got to be pretty good. It's the best-selling pinball machine ever. So, the game's probably pretty good. Yeah, I know. He's one shot away. One shot away. Can you believe it? This will be what, our 7th?
Come on.
I mean, how many wizard modes did we get tonight?
Damn it.
And look it. And by the way, let's pop over to
That
Scoaljo.
sucks.
He's straight
That's the one we did not. We did not win that one.
Oh, we'll get it
win
here.
that
Crazy
one.
Bob got over.
It's hard to keep up, man. Let's pop
only
back over to
7
Chalatalove. He's about to get that.
Extra ball. That's a good thing, guys. That's a good thing. Little insurance never hurts.
Yeah, we've certainly got some wizards on tonight. It makes me. That's why, I wasn't able to play because my camera was lagging too much, so I wasn't able to get on. And I almost am not disappointed in that because I don't want to be made to look like a chump. These guys are killing it. There is RetroTech. I think he heard me say World Cup Soccer, so he
Look
goes,
at
yeah, I'll
that.
play World Cup Soccer.
Here we go.
Now we get to see the wizard mode on the Adams Family.
All right, guys. Let's tour the mansion.
Which again, it takes those high scoring modes in touring the mansion, and it gives you another chance to do them. Oh no, this is the multi-ball. I thought he was touring the mansion. No, this is the multi-ball.
That sucked.
But that's okay. I'm allowed to be wrong. But yeah, that was the multi-ball.
Yeah.
Which the multi-ball is just you want to hit the cross ramp.
Just blew that, huh? So much for the
You got
wizard
to stop the
mode.
ball there. There it is.
Jackpot.
Oh, nice shot there too. Where's this other ball? Is it locked up? I'm not sure. Anyways, he will tour the mansion here in a minute.
Such a difficult table, man. I remember when I first started playing this table, though, because it was brutal, man. Still is brutal, but. So now, in order to start this whole thing again, you gotta drain a ball.
Right, so that's like one thing about this wizard mode. Once you get into where you're doing these missions, you will not restart doing the mansion again.
Here we go.
The only way to get out of this is to drink. So there's some strategy. Yeah, I was wondering, yeah, because it was weird there for a second because we only had one ball. Happens.
Had no choice on that one. That one just killed me.
Well, he really showed off that wizard mode there, I'll tell you that.
That's what you don't want to do.
But he did get
And
there.
I did.
He did get there. And that's the thing, you know, that game,
But,
there's
you know,
really not so much
Three wizard modes
it's kind of just
in one
how
night,
much
man.
how many points are you going to get in that mode? In that stage of the game. All right, so now we're over back to RetroTech. He is playing World Cup Soccer, which in order to get the wizard mode here, you need to travel to all the cities. And then once you hit that final draw scoop, you will start. Basically, it's the same thing as Totan, except instead of trying to hit all the ramps, you're trying to hit that. You see that goal that's flashing up there? You're trying to hit that more times than your opponent, who would be Germany. And he's done with this game.
Theater of Magic.
Theater of Magic. That's a good one. We'll have some time before he gets to that wizard mode, but I don't. I am confident that RetroTech will get there. He will get there.
Oh my god. That's alright. That's alright. One more shot. 5, 6, 15. Okay. There we go. Another wizard mode.
Here we go, guys. Another one.
How many fireworks did we get? Nice. So we got that 10 million point bonus. Come on, get up there.
Hurry.
Ah, did we not beat him again? Bummer. Oh well. It's funny, the first, what, 3 times I beat him?
That 234 million. Not too bad. But Chalatalove is now playing what I had teed up over here. I have a wizard mode teed up over here on ball 1, but I'm not able to get my camera working. But this game is a great game, okay, guys? And if you can get to the wizard mode on this game, it is. I mean, I'm not going to call anything a perfect wizard mode, but it's pretty good. It is nothing I would change about it.
So soon.
It's crazy. I can feel just a little bit of a lag on this one from playing the other ones.
Yeah,
I can tell just a little bit of heaviness on the ball.
And that's one thing about the lag on these games, guys. You can say whatever you want about lag, it's this much, it's that much. It doesn't do anything, but what it really does do,
but I like
is it makes the ball feel really good. Makes it just, it makes the flippers just seem slower and the ball feel heavier.
All right.
Pop on over to Scoaljo, see what he has to say about this game there. Looked like he had 250 million, which is pretty good. Rightfully done with that game. He did very well on that game. Everybody put a congratulations to Scoaljo on that game. Very well done.
Let's see.
So Chalatalove is playing Sorcerer's Lair.
Man, I missed it. It didn't come up fast enough.
Playing Theater of Magic. So to get to the Wizard mode on Theater of Magic, you have to keep all. You have 4 different missions, but really, the hardest part is getting all 8 illusions in the middle started. Which you can see he's only got 2 started. Oh, that sucked. The reason why starting illusions is so hard is because you have to hit that trunk, and the only good way to do it is bouncing it off the Hocus Pocus target, because if you just go for it straight on, you're going to drain a lot of the time. Yeah, it's the payoff isn't as great. I like it though because it is something to go for, and you feel like you really need to complete it, and it's not super easy to complete. You can fail it, right? I have failed it, which really sucks, but it's easy enough to where you really feel like you need to complete it, and you will, and you get a lot of points because getting over 20 billion in that game requires you to go through the wizard mode a bunch of times. So that's just what it is. Scoaljo. It's funny that Scoaljo and RetroTech are playing Star Trek and Sorcerer's Lair side by side because they have a very similar thing in the wizard mode where you're going to get a multi-ball, and however much you score in that multi-ball is based on how many awards you've gotten throughout the game. In Star Trek, they're called artifacts. In Sorcerer's Lair, they're called obsidian. And you get them for because to get to the wizard mode, it's the same in both games.
Come on.
To get to the wizard mode, all you have to do is start all the missions. You don't have to complete them. Now, if you complete a mission, you get an award. That will compound when you get into the wizard mode. But
man, my shots
to get to the wizard mode, you just have to start all the
now.
missions. So they're very
Shoot that
similar, these
left
two
ramp.
games. And they're pretty
So
purple
get
too.
it
How
up
about
that
that?
right ramp.
Maybe that's a nod, huh? If we're gonna model the game after Star Trek: The Next Generation, let's make it purple.
Isolated chips have been collected.
Yeah, Pinball Wizard, you were the one who was posting about how your start button died, right? Yeah, that'll do it because that Toadstand Wizard mode is where you where if you had to punch the ball, like I do the start button. Same thing with World Cup Soccer. So if you're hitting that over and over and over again, yeah, you'll wear that out fast.
Welcome to the Enterprise.
I'm going to do start mission just so we can try to get through these missions as quickly as possible.
Okay, so Scoaljo is going to try to get to the wizard mode. Because if you're actually trying to get many points in the wizard mode, you actually want to complete a couple of them. But really, you don't really have to. Just start the missions. RetroTech, you're going to want to turn your stream down, man. I can hear it in the background. Pinball Wizard, I've already had to replace both my start button micro switch and my reset, my pause button micro switch. The one time I did it literally on stream. It was the last time we played ET. I literally took 20 minutes of the stream and replaced the micro switch on stream because it was in the middle of a game and I'm like, dude, I can't play. It stopped working. So I had to do it. Got the drill out and everything. Doesn't take long to do all this stuff. And I'm pretty sure I've opened this. Yeah, you were there. That's funny. I'm pretty sure I've opened this machine up as much as anybody. I mean, I installed the SSF myself. I have to clean the buttons every couple of weeks, so I got to take the arcade panel off. Dude, I have opened. I mean, I don't mess around with the back box at all because there's nothing I need to do there. But as far as taking off the arcade panel and moving the screen around and stuff, dude, I have taken this thing apart just as much as anybody. Which is a good thing, you know, because that makes it so that it's very easy for me to fix stuff when anything goes wrong. Yeah, so you're saying the back of your button broke.
Same thing I did before.
At that point, dude, you almost
Learned something.
Instead of trying to
Learned
just get a new
something,
button,
right?
you're almost gonna have to try to just fix
No,
that
you
one.
can't do that.
But that's tough, man. Maybe you could do some sort of redesign where I'd almost like change this housing. I'm looking at my machine right here in front of me.
Come on.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, well then
How much time?
I'm a sweaty player, right? Because I can just grind these tables to no end. But I'm looking at my machine right here. I'm almost thinking like what would be cool instead of just having
so this one uses the guns here.
It's kind of like drill out this housing
here
and make it a big circle. You know how some tables have like big circular start buttons, and you could get like that LED, like they have like LED kits where you can have an LED button that uses the same micro switch and everything, and it could you could use that as your start button. See, like if you're already having to replace the whole thing, that would be the kind of thing. If I was going to do that, that's when I would do it. But that's me. Sometimes I get that creative bug. I'm sitting here, like I'm looking at the front of my scene, and I'm like, okay, well the coin buttons the coin doors are lit up, but how cool would it be to have like a lit up start button? Like that would be awesome.
Time rift.
The sensors are picking up a distortion in the space-time continuum.
Ooh, that's a close one.
Get up
there.
Close. Stick with him for a little bit. I'll go make myself another drink. All right, I'm back. We're gonna play for a little bit longer, guys, and then we will do a little bit of a debrief, and we'll get out of here. Hope you guys had a good time, though. Don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe if you like this content, and go into the description and then subscribe to all these guys. They're putting in some work. Did RetroTech, is that the end of his game? Don't tell me that's the end of the game. Aw, man. Well, he was close. He was close. He tried.
Oh, I'm toast.
It's all RetroTech. And RetroTech has had enough. That's fine, man. We're only going to be on for another couple minutes. RetroTech is at the end of his rope.
Hold on tight. Could get rough.
He's probably typing in the chat.
I'm gonna try to time this guy out.
Saying I'm done.
Steady as she goes.
Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
I haven't
2,
personally done it, but I know a lot of people
1.
that have that say they're great. I don't have any problem with
let's see.
stock buttons, so it's, you know, it's just a preference.
Alright, Final
I guess.
Frontier. I only got one dilithium crystal, but I was just trying to get to that wizard mode.
Alright, so Final Frontier is I think, what, a 4-ball multi-ball? And all the crystals multiply your shots by, what, 25 million or something like that? And just hit the ramps.
This one's chaotic with the physics.
The kickback is ready.
There we go. 850 million.
Sensors are picking up a Romulan warbird.
Some pretty decent points there.
Set coordinates for the Alpha Quadrant.
Alright, well, stick here for a minute. Let's see if Chalatalove can get any farther. But we will go to the debrief here in just a few minutes.
Excellent. Send to Starfleet. We have engaged the board.
Oh, we got the multi-ball. Nice, we're going to engage the board.
Coordinates for the Beta Quadrant.
And I missed the board.
All hands, prepare for multi-ball.
Actually, never gotten the multi-ball on the table.
Jackpot. Damage report. Damage coming in from all decks. Jackpot.
Come on.
Super jackpot. Damage to the shield, sir.
Get up there. Nope, we lost that one. Kick back. Oh, please enable kick back again. There we go. Oof.
Congratulations. Coordinates for the Delta Quadrant.
Tried to put a good nudge in there, but didn't get it.
Alright, well, let's pop over to Chalatalove. I'm not going to pop over
Hey, we
to
got an extra ball.
RetroTech because
Cool.
he's playing
We're
what
gonna
I
go for it.
honestly
So
think
I'm
is
gonna go for
honestly
Force.
made. So why would I go over to that? He's doing that just to make me mad, honestly. I bet. Chalatalove has got a long ways to go to get to the wizard. But what we'll do? Oh, Jesus! I was literally about to say we'll stick with him until he's done, but we'll stick. We'll go over. You know what? Let's watch Scoaljo go play 1 or 2 more missions, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over to the debrief.
5 transported. How many do we need in this mode? 10?
The radiant spheres have been collected.
Which one is this, the rescue?
Hell of a save.
Yeah.
I did not think I was going to save that.
If you want to learn how to break this table and get 100 billion points, I showed. I mean, this is one of my first streams. This was a long time ago, but that table you once you get to the wizard mode, you can just do it endlessly, and that's how you would destroy that game. So unfortunately, we weren't able to see the wizard mode on Sorcerer's Lair, but it is pretty similar to the wizard mode on Star Trek, so we at least got to see that one. Do not care about the wizard mode on Party Zone. Sorry, RetroTech. But all of y'all, we are going to keep this one short tonight. I'm going to try to keep it at 2 hours. So we are going to go over to a debrief what we did tonight. We'll talk a little about the wizard modes for about 10 minutes, and then we'll send everybody on their way. But I'm going to switch over to the Video Ninja link. So go ahead and load that back up, and I'll catch y'all in a couple minutes. All right, guys. That was pretty fun, huh? So you guys got to see a plethora of games, okay? You got to see wizard modes in Tales of the Arabian Nights, Twilight Zone, My Little Pony, Junkyard. What was another one?
Star Trek.
Addams Family. You got to see Star Trek.
Yes.
Holy Lord.
Awesome.
So, and I do want to apologize to you guys because literally there were some points I know some of y'all got into some wizard modes and I just couldn't keep up. There was just some point where it was like literally Scoaljo's on one. Then Chalatalove's on one, and then RetroTech's over there going like this, and I'm like, I know, there's literally like 3 different wizard modes going on here in a 5-minute span. So I'm sorry, I know I couldn't get them all, but hey, you all were on the screen. It's just a matter of whether or not we can hear you. But a lot of great gameplay tonight. I just want to go around the panel and get your final thoughts about what you think about these games. So I want to start with you, Scoaljo. I never learned how to play that Junkyard game, and I learned a lot watching you play. So that game is about going for the wizard mode, huh?
Yeah, it is absolutely 100% wizard mode. Early game, you got to collect all the junk and get through the adventures, but once you have all the junk collected, you just can repeat the adventures in the wizard mode over and over again and try to collect those fireworks.
Absolutely. And Chalatalove, I think, I'm not sure if you did restart, but it looked like you got that Twilight Zone your very first try. You did.
Yeah, I did.
Play 2 games.
I got Twilight Zone. Then I went to Totan, and then Adam's Family.
I think you got them all, right? You
I
got
actually
them
got
all.
all of them, man. I'm tired.
It was crazy. Yeah, I know it can wear you out, especially you were really putting up a good fight against those games. And RetroTech, you were getting through them too, man. Like, but you know what was funny? You did exactly what I had detailed earlier on in the stream, guys. You know, if you're having a hard time, honestly, I was rooting for you to load up My Little Pony. I was like, that'll get him. You know for sure he's gonna get that one. And lo and behold, My Little Pony showed up on the screen.
I had to do it, man. And you called it up. There was like a 10-second lag, and I could hear you saying, "He's going to an M. He's going to an M."
It was funny. I wasn't sure if you had heard me, but I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I was like, there's no way he's heard me yet. And here it comes.
Really
I was like, it was funny because you were in the Williams tables and you were going. First of all, you were like going the right direction. I'm like, he's going that way. Then you brought up the search and you said M. I'm like, there he is. I know it's coming. But I'm telling you guys, like every once in a while, I'll do that too, man. Whether it's pinball or really like any game, man. Like a lot of the games, how well you're going to do in a game is your confidence, right? And you don't have to just constantly be making it as hard as possible for yourself. There's no shame in loading up a game like My Little Pony and going, I'm going to get a couple wizard modes here and kind of clean my palette a little bit, So I hope you had fun, RetroTech. And listen, you can stack up with the rest of us, man. We're talking about wizard modes here. We're not talking about completing a mission. We're talking about completing the game. Okay, so there's no shame in not completing a game your very first try. So,
I PR'd. That was my personal best on Totan. So even though I failed at the wizard mode this time, so
Scoaljo, you got like 250 million on that junkyard, right?
Yeah, I had 250. I think just over 260 is my personal best on that table. So I was hoping to get there, but didn't quite make it.
Chalatalove, if there was one table that you would have, listen, you got the wizard mode on pretty much every table you loaded up. Was there one that, since you did so well, do you think maybe there was one that you were like, man, you were too worried to load it up that now you wish you could go back and be like, dude, I wish I could have done that one?
Oh man, when I got through the first one, I was like, oh, gosh, that was kind of fast, and I know you wanted more, so I loaded up Totan. And I didn't think I was going to get through Totan as fast as I did, and I got through that and was like, well, I guess we'll just kind of keep going. I'm like, you know what? Adam's Family was probably the one table that was in the back of my mind. I'm like, man, I really suck at Adam's Family, but that's. I would say
not a relative term.
Yeah. It really was. Adam's Family is and was the hardest table for me by a long shot for all the tables that are out there, because it has no ball save at all.
Right. So, yeah, you can literally have a game last 15 seconds. I've done that in real life where it's like, bro, okay, and after you lose the first 2 in 10 seconds, you're like, I just let the third ball go. I'm like, I'd already wasted that 50 cents on. I'll just start a new game.
Yeah, so, I've wasted a lot of money on Adam's Family.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, it can be brutal, and sometimes it can set them up to be really brutal too.
Yeah,
and I know Twilight Zone even more so. But what I want
to trying to get into World Cup soccer. I mean, just the physics shift between that to My Little Pony and then to World Cup soccer, and
it can be really jarring,
so drastic.
And I know that Chalatalove brought it up when I think it was when you brought up Sorcerer's Lair that you said I could feel lag on this one. Yeah. It's jarring, man, and that's what some people just don't understand how much that can change. You're not internally processing, it's this many milliseconds. But when you play a game that's lagging a little more than the others, that ball feels completely different. It feels so heavy. The flippers feel so slow. And, you're talking about milliseconds of difference between hitting a ramp and missing it, hitting the post, where, now you're hitting the post and the ball's coming down the middle. God forbid you actually need to have a save in there and the ball is lagging. So, yeah, it is super jarring. But one thing I did want to say to you guys is I appreciate you if just doing really well, especially like kind of just keeping up with the flow, because guys, to everybody watching this, I didn't really go in there going, okay, we're going to make sure you play this table. Then if you get this wizard mode, then go over to do this, and kind of like, I was kind of just like, hey guys, we're doing wizard modes. Okay, you guys are doing these tables, cool. And then you guys just took off and ran with it. Scoaljo put up a great game of a junkyard. RetroTech and Chalatalove put up some good Totan games. I was really rooting for you on Theater of Magic there, RetroTech, but that's the game, man, where
next on my list. I haven't ever got to it, so I've gotten close to it.
You start hitting that trunk, you can get in some big trouble. Yeah. So it's you really, it's just like on Attack from Mars, where if you want to start going for that trunk, you really got to get good at doing that ricochet shot off the Hocus Pocus. Because not only that's your outline protection too.
I always backhand it, so I'll have to try that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's my one. That is my number one thing, and that's what I'm going to go around the panel here for your one last word. My word to you, RetroTech, is on Theater of Magic, and anybody watching, when eventually you are going to have to start going for that trunk, because you're gonna have to get 8 illusions. You're gonna have all the other 3 things done, and it's like, okay, now I got to do the illusions. Well, to start an illusion, you got to hit that trunk 3 times. Well, hitting the trunk, there's 3 ways you can do it. You can backhand it, you can hit it from the other flipper directly, or you can do the Attack from Mars ricochet off of the Hocus Pocus into it. The ricochet is 100% the safest option. I can't tell you how many times I backhanded that shot into that trunk and it just goes down the middle, gone. Or you hit it off the other flipper and it goes down the middle, or because now you don't have your outlane protection, it goes out the outlanes, gone. So go ahead and try that. But let's go around the panel. Let's start off with you, Scoaljo. Anything about your play tonight? And I know, like I said, you put up a really good score on Junkyard. What do you think about what do you think about just the wizard modes in general? Do you think like is like I said, is that like your goal on a lot of these games, or is it like totally situational with each game?
Definitely, for the most part, I try to always go for the wizard mode, especially when I first start a game, just so I can see how the game works, how the modes work, see where the points are. Most of the times, I mean, if you pull up a Magic Pixel table, the points aren't necessarily going to be in the wizard mode, but it still might be fun to play through the modes. So, yeah, I always try to hit the wizard mode, but points are my number one thing, and wizard mode doesn't always equal points.
Yep. Well, I'm going to go over to Chalatalove. I don't know if you saw, I did that little video in between us talking and you playing, and I featured your Super Life Force on Rescue 911.
Awesome.
That game, I love that game, and that's the kind of wizard mode, like, it's not a super multi-ball chaotic. It's very methodical. You got to hit all the different shots. What do you think of what do you think of how you played it? Did you like showing off the wizard modes? Is there anything in particular that you thought was like, hey, if anybody was going to go back and watch me play what I just did, they really need to study what I just did here?
Yeah, I would say of the 3 tables, look, I played 4, but I didn't get to the wizard mode on the last one. But the 3 tables that I played on the Addams family, what you don't want to do is what Chalatalove did tonight. Do not drain your ball before you start the Tour of the Mansion, because that just screws the whole game up for you for setting up any kind of high score and in that aspect of it. So don't screw up and drain before you start Tour of the Mansion.
Oh. Yeah, dude, I'll tell you, I've played that a bunch of times on stream, and I always say, I'm like, dude, literally the most pressure in that entire game is like the last mode or 2, because it's like I could get into Tour of the Mansion and I can drain immediately, totally fine. But if I drain the shot before I Tour the Mansion, it's like, dude, I just threw away. God only knows how many points I just threw away there.
Yep.
So yeah, that is super tough. But definitely a great game to get to play because of how high pressure it is, because a lot of these games are going to have super high pressure spots like that. RetroTech. Oh, go ahead.
And unforgiving. The table is very unforgiving.
Well, like you said, there's no ball save, and there never is. It's like you can't even activate one. There's you're on your own, which is pretty crazy. RetroTech, what would be your final thoughts as far as wizard modes? And you know what? And I'll remind you, you know, like I said, no shame in My Little Pony.
Yeah, my biggest thing was, Totan. I've only beat Totan's wizard mode a handful of times, and I've only done it first time within a month or so. So I was a little worried that I could get there and actually beat it. So I was really happy when I beat it. I was like, pressure's off. I can just play. When I got up to a second time and failed, I was like, oh man, couldn't keep all 4 balls on the table. I was just plunging too much, and that's just tough. So it was nice to kind of shift gears and go over to My Little Pony, do something a little different. I even struggled to get one on that one because the physics shift, but overall I played pretty good. I was really happy with how I did. So hey, I'll take it.
And that was one thing that I wanted to ask you, because I think it was you, and I don't know if it was Scoaljo, that you were both in a wizard mode at the same time. It was the second time you got in that Totan one. I couldn't tell if you had completed it or not. But that's it, and that's one other thing too, guys. Is you're gonna get to wizard modes, and some wizard modes they build it into where you can fail, and you will fail.
Well, that tug of war the first time took me forever. Like it was a struggle. So sometimes it's quick, but
it's so and that's the worst, because it's like it's kind of like an oxymoron, like a paradox, right? It's like I'm good enough to get to the wizard mode, but I'm terrible enough to where I fail in 5 seconds. Like, what's that all about? Guys, don't get discouraged. You are gonna. This is the fun of pinball, man. You are gonna get the wizard modes. You are gonna have success, and you are going to fail. But it's how are you going to roll with that once it happens? Because, some games, it's not about just getting there one time. You got to get there a couple times. So don't let it discourage you. So I hope everybody had a good time on the show tonight. Thank you guys so much for playing. And like I said, keeping up the flow. This was great. I didn't have to do anything. I wish I could have played, but dude, the last thing I needed was for everything to just be done after, because I was switching to my camera and it was like I had to restart my whole computer. I'm like, I'm not doing that on camera. So thank you guys for holding this show together. And thank you, everybody, for watching. Like I said, go ahead, make sure you put a like on the video. But more importantly, go to the description of this video. Every single channel of all these guys is in there. Go ahead and just give them a subscription. Takes no effort. You got a lot of great content coming in from RetroTech and Chalatalove. Scoaljo, we're waiting for you to start. You got to start giving us all your secrets, man. We're waiting for you to come. I know you're my partner in crime on this show, which I really appreciate. But we don't want to always have to wait till the wizard room to see how you get 250 million on Junkyard. All right,
that's fair. That's fair. You got it.
No pressure. But yeah, really great to see all of you guys. Really great friends in this community. So I really appreciate it. And next week, we're getting. Like I said, I normally try to keep the show to like releases, but I mean, dude, we had like nothing in July, so that's why it was kind of like this kind of like we have a bunch of ideas of like what to do. So I don't know.
It'll drop everything. Let's go.
Man, who knows? But this is always in flux, and you guys are always invited. You guys know how I'm at. I literally just like throw it out there, like, hey, you want to be on? Like, yeah, that's just how it is. So next week we'll see what happens. But thanks again, everybody. We shall be here on Monday. Don't know what the subject will be. Don't even know who the guest will be. I know Scoaljo will probably be there because he's pretty much going to be here every time. So everybody, go ahead and give a subscription to Scoaljo, and I hope to see you guys next time. So thanks again, guys. Have a good one.
Thank you.